Everybody, we're back.
We're back again. 97 seconds.
How do you get that Rico Suave hair look? I mean,
It's
you look
natural.
like you haven't shaved in a couple days.
My hair is natural.
Uh-huh.
And when it gets crazy long, it gets curly.
It's that fucking Latin love over here.
Right. Bays Boys Podcast.
Pulling the fucking Tom Cruise over here.
Occasion over here with his
my wire shit, my wiry
glorious
hair.
his glorious mustache.
Oh.
Look, you could have had this sweet pomp had your barber paid attention to what he was supposed to do. And
I'm growing my mullet, remember?
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
That's right. It's a surprise for you. No, the mullet's coming, but the other part's the surprise.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
You don't.
I don't want to see that.
You would not believe the shit I've got planned. You would not believe the shit I've got planned. No, I wouldn't,
and I don't want to.
Yeah, we're going to leave it. We're going to leave it sealed up. So
while we're off mic, Mr. Yingling started texting me.
Yeah.
Apparently he's listening to one of our last episodes, and he's like, y'all are wild.
Nope.
Y'all are wild. And
I don't think so. I think we've got rules against being wild.
Well, he said he was laughing at us wanting to. What?
In the studio.
In the studio. He said he was laughing at the fact that we wanted to trademark Spanish.
Oh, yeah. So everyone, when they say it, like how fucking Homeboy did "You're Fired" and some other stupid shit. I think that was the Napster kick about how Metallica tried to trademark fucking a scale. They're like, we're going to trademark the E scale because we used it so many times on Ride the Lightning. Bro, nobody gives a fuck about what you did jerking off in the corner on Ride the Lightning.
Listen.
Get the fuck out of here.
It's an E scale.
Right.
Sorry, homie.
I'd like to trademark oxygen and light. Pay me.
So every time the sun comes up, I get royalties.
Right. Pay me.
Every time somebody turns on a light.
As long as I keep running in one direction, I'm getting paid 24/7. Like, what the fuck is happening right now? Some shit was said. Some Wile E. Coyote shit happened. I don't know. Can't
and
be
then
held responsible.
And then he had some questions about the guy in the lobster suit. They got shot out of a catapult.
Yep.
Look, it's a strange new world that we live in.
Could we get a lobster suit and pay somebody to hold a Bays Boys sign on the corner like a telemarketer thing?
Oh, hell yeah.
Can we do that legally? Like, I don't know what happens. Do the cops show up and they're like, what's their lobster suit for? Or how does that work?
You see guys spinning signs all the time for buy furniture.
So we could just fake it. Like, do you think anybody noticed? How many hours do you think we'd be out there in a lobster suit with a fucking sign that says Bays Boys Podcast before somebody pulled over and was like, who the fuck are you?
Probably not, because you got guys that stand on highway off-ramps holding up feed me signs.
I'm going to go stand on the corner of that Long John Silver with the fucking costume so it looks like I work there, but the poster will say
Bays Boys Podcast.
That's right. And then at lunchtime I'm going to go in and order food from them.
That's brilliant.
And I'm going to be like, "Hey, corporate sent me down." Dude, listen. Coming from that life of that's been my whole career of retail bullshit, it would be so fucking easy to put a polo on and a pair of slacks, walk in and go, "Hey, corporate sent me down here. I'm supposed to jump in this suit and swing a sign for you guys. I'll clock in through my phone. I'll see you in 3 hours."
Nobody
Who
would
the
say
fuck's
anything.
going to say anything?
They're not going to say anything. They wouldn't even come out to check on you.
Fucking exactly.
Maybe the manager might call the regional manager.
Right.
Hey,
did you guys your lobster man showed up. He's outside waving his fucking sign. Then that dude comes out with his headset. "Excuse me, sir. Excuse me?
I'll take 3 hush puppies and some fish and chips.
Could you bring it right back here? I'm working." Fuck. That's fucked up.
It would be great. It would be great. Or if you want to get old school, you find the one remaining Arthur Treachers.
All right.
It was Long John's competitor.
This just reminded me of something, actually, now that we're on this kick of lobster and or Long John or whatever. You know what's really fun to do? You're going to think this is so stupid. I just fucking totally forgot about this. Sometimes I like to take my old uniform from Walmart and walk into random Walmarts and walk to the back break room and sit down and read a magazine. I just forgot about this and
You're like, I'm the new guy.
Yeah. It's funny.
Oh, that's amazing.
They let you keep your shirts, bro. I got a Wendy's shirt. I got a Burger King shirt. I got a McDonald's shirt. I got a Walmart shirt. I got a Get-Go shirt.
Oh, that's amazing.
Dude, I have every uniform. I save them all. I save every single one of them. Because I'm like, dude, if you just want to walk in one day and pretend you're working,
Dude, when
Those are some of the best scams.
When the grid goes down,
Right.
just put on your shirt, walk into Wendy's,
Right.
be like, hey.
I need some chili, some floor chili. You nasty motherfuckers.
Some floor chili.
Feeding that to our old people, old folks. You fucking Wendy's. You bastards.
Dude, I mean, you don't want to know what happens in Taco Bell.
Oh, you know I never got a job there just because I want to keep eating there. Isn't that disgusting? Isn't that disgusting? That's fucking gross. And you know that I only eat at Taco Bell because when I first got here, I couldn't find a Mexican restaurant.
There's 900 Mexican
now.
Right.
And listen, motherfucker. Listen, motherfucker. Don't even get me started. You did not leave from where everything was to where it is not. You still in the where it is. So you got all the keys to all the secret places.
Oh, I got lots of keys.
Some homie hit me up the other day, right? He said, hey, man, I went to this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Asian place. I said, really? Where is it? He started to describe it. He said they had this great, what the fuck was that? Duck, whatever thing we had. They got this, this, and this. I was like, bro, I already been there. Joe Skelly already hauled us down there last winter. You late to the game.
Late to the game, son.
Right. And you fucking talking about, there was no Mexican restaurants, bro. Nothing. So, especially for a kid who can't drive. So it was just Taco Bell. And you can't even walk up to those drive-thrus. They won't let you. Not in here. Not
so
this place.
Did you get on your little Huffy? Oh, I'm sorry, your street bike?
My street bike? Yeah.
What, you don't call it a street bike, though. You had another
flatland bike?
Your flatland bike.
Right.
With the pegs on the back?
That's the one where you got to pump 900 times to go 20 feet.
Does it still have the pegs on the back?
Oh, yeah, all four.
All four pegs.
2 front, 2 in the back. My dirt jump bike does not have any pegs, though.
Well, here's my thing. With your flatland bike with the pegs,
yeah,
and how hard you got to pedal that thing to get it to go.
Yeah.
How much harder would you have to pedal if somebody were standing on the pegs?
Oh, you get shit on. You get shit on. That crank in that fucking bike is that big.
Listen, my man.
So that's how much power you have right there.
Talk about going back to the gym and lifting. Why don't you get your family members to stand on the pegs and do leg day up and down the street?
Because I ain't going anywhere on that bike anyways. That's a balance tool. It's not even a bike anymore.
Take that bitch down to the beach.
Stand on it.
Take that bitch down to the beach and have somebody stand on the front pegs and pedal.
Hey, big mama, can you sit down right here? I'll give you a bar of soap if you just sit down right here. Let me pedal with you on the front for a bit.
Dude, you're gonna get strong as fuck.
Right.
You'll have Lou Ferrigno legs.
I almost bought another bike the other day, another street bike, but I was like, "Fuck!"
You don't even ride the one you got.
They're too small. A flatland bike is not made for riding. Listen. Hold on.
Kenobi seat post.
No, hold on.
Just get a taller seat post.
Well, first of all, there's no seats on the flatland. But listen, hold on. Kenobi, I need you to write Joe Skelly in and explain how the bikes work. That flatland bike ain't going nowhere. That's made for standing on it and spinning in circles, which I can't do that anymore because I'm always drunk. So that's not working.
Okay.
Right? The dirt bike is dope. And Kenobi, he goes out to that place all the time where they got those cool dirt jumps and shit. But look at my fat ass ain't jumping on no fucking dirt jump. Some dude took me there the first time and was like, hey, bro, you going to drop in? Like a 20-foot drop. He's like, you drop in with your BMX bike? No, motherfucker.
You're like, I'm going to slide down the ramp.
Yeah, on my butt. On my butt is what's about to happen. Like, bro, I hop curves, okay? I do little loops and circles, okay? I practice an art of bicycle where you don't even have to pedal. Do you really think I'm going to drop into this motherfucking thing?
You're telling me as a kid, you never made your own homemade ramp and tried to do Evel Knievel jumps?
No.
Never?
No.
What the fuck happened to my America?
Bro.
That was like all the rage when you were a kid, especially if you had a hill to ride down and then you could hit that ramp and jump over trash cans.
This is about to get ironic, but my whole thing as a kid was I was always looking for the woods. Right. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, Lord.
Right.
Oh, Lord.
Right. I was like, oh, that's woods. Nope. That's just a park bench and a patch of grass. Yeah. So I wasn't interested in that that stuff.
You know, there's a place that you would really like.
Is it in the woods? Because I'm not going.
No, it's not.
Oh, right.
It's an island in the Alaskan island chain.
Very good.
It's the 6th largest island in the United States. It's 30 miles from Russia.
Ooh.
You got to get permission to go there.
You have my attention.
Because it's nothing but Inuits that live there, right?
Oh.
Natives.
Really?
In Alaska.
Okay.
There's not a single tree on the entire island.
That's fucking weird. That's weird.
Well, it's because it's all frozen permafrost.
What would you do there all day?
Dude, they hunt caribou and they fish.
Hunt caribou.
I'm sorry, reindeer. They hunt reindeer.
Do they just get to like drag it on the ice back to their house?
No. They get on their ATVs and they drive out over the hills and mountains.
Oh, gotcha.
On the grass, on the frozen grass, until they find the reindeer.
You imagine that? You remember that scene from old fucking Where Art Thou? He's like, I'm 2 weeks from that. I'm 2 weeks from that. Imagine that fucking place. Oh, we're 2 months from that.
Yeah.
What's that? You're having an allergy fucking reaction to something? I'm 2 months from some Benadryl.
Oh, yeah.
What the fuck's happening?
Yeah. So it was wild because I watched a YouTuber. He went out, he got special permission to go out there and he hung out for 72 hours with the people.
72 fucking hours. That's how fucked up this place is. You can only go for a couple days at a time.
Right.
That's savage.
They live there year round. Right.
Yeah.
But he had to have special permission to go there because it's natives only.
Is it that place that the plane only goes out like once every month or some shit? One of those types of places?
No, the plane comes more often than that, but they said
okay.
the big problem is there's so much fog. It's supposed to be like every 3 or 4 days.
Yeah.
And sometimes the plane
just goes on and on and on, the fog does?
Yeah, so they can't land or take off.
That's crazy.
And they can hunt up to 6 whales a year.
Okay.
To feed the 1,800 people that live on the island.
They can hunt up to 6 whales a year. Wow.
And they hunt sea lions and walruses. And they
Right.
fish for flounder and they sell the flounder.
I'll bet they don't like that movie Tusk. You watch that shit movie yet?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
All right.
They probably don't like that.
So I think you might have showed me a picture. Is this that place where there's nothing but an island and like a runway? Is that place? Because you showed me an island once.
That was a different island. That was
Jesus, dude, we got to stop with the islands. How about that old Snake Island place we talked about?
Fuck that place.
Yeah. Flamethrower?
Yeah,
Flamethrower and some
they said
napalm.
every square foot has 10 snakes on it or something like that.
No.
I'm not down with that.
No.
Not down with it.
Get me a boat with one of those cool machine guns that the army or military has and just sit outside that boat all day and chop liver.
Yeah. But on this island, right, they have like these little boats and they go like 56 miles out in the ocean on these little ass boats.
Get the fuck out of here.
To hunt whale. Right? And then they said if they get one, they got to rig all 3 of these islands up, all 3 boats up to the whale, and then they drag it back.
Okay. Imagine that's your fucking job to do that.
Yes.
Like, okay, so let's walk this through just in general. First of all, we're in a tiny boat. We have to go stab a whale.
Okay.
That right there is already problematic. Because unless you have a harpoon gun, which we learned about in another one of our episodes.
They don't have a harpoon gun. They have
handheld
harpoons.
Get the fuck out of here. Bro.
You want to talk about big stones?
Nobody's getting close enough to a whale to harpoon that motherfucker.
Yes, sir.
Like, that's not happening. You think the pot of whales would be smart enough to, like, not go near those boats anymore? In all honesty, I'm not trying to be a dick.
And they said they usually go for the bigger, older ones.
Right.
Because they want the young ones.
They want the young ones to grow.
Right.
So let's walk through it. You get up for your day. You're like, let me get on my wood boat and head out 50 miles into the water that could kill me to hunt a big giant thing that could also swallow me. You stab it. Let's say you stab it multiple times. How strong do you have to be to impale a whale? Maybe that's our new show, Impale a Whale. You show up, we give you a spear, you're in a pool, we have whale blubber simulated on a tabletop like fucking ballistics jelly, and you get a couple of stabs at it, and the deeper you stab, the more you win the contest.
Bro, that's getting a little rough.
They have a contest for everything now. You know that's true. So you stab this whale, you rig it up with
It's not Kodiak Island either.
Okay. So you stab this whale, you hit it with your 3 harpoons on your 3 little rowboats, and then what? You row yourself back to the island. Now here's the big kicker too. Here's what I really don't understand. Or because I've never looked this up. Do they beach the whale before they cut him up, or do they cut him up in the water and let him float?
So they said
because if you cut them in the water, you're taking on water.
They say a prayer for the animal,
of course,
right? And then they will take out there on the water before they bring it back. They'll each eat a piece of the blubber.
Okay.
As an honor or as a tribute to the animal.
Right.
To honor it. So I thought that was pretty interesting. St. Lawrence Island.
St. Lawrence Island.
St. Lawrence Island.
But imagine though, I'm just saying on scale, I don't see them going out with a rowboat and then bringing that fucking whale back to its fucking state-of-the-art facility where they just hawk it through the grinder and it comes out processed.
There is no state-of-the-art. They do it on the beach.
That's fucking crazy.
They do it on the beach, homie.
I wonder how many days it takes to dress a whale.
And here's the problem. They said because of the climate and because of the conditions,
they have to do it fast, right?
No, they don't always get food supplies. So they really, really rely on this whale to take care of their community.
Oh, they probably need the oil. They probably need all of it.
All of it. They said nothing goes to waste. The women get their shares first. Then it's the women and the elderly get their shares first.
Always most important.
Oh, yeah.
Bays Boys podcast firmly believes in that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, and then they divide the rest up amongst the people and they hang it up. And they said the meat will stay good for 2 years.
Fuck out of here.
They'll dry it.
2-year whale meat.
2 to 3 years.
That's jerky.
Yeah, they'll hang it up and dry it. And
you know how bad that would smell?
Yeah, I guess it don't bother them none.
I mean, all day you just smell like fish and salt.
But this is what they do there. This is what they do on the island.
That is crazy.
They hunt and take care of their people.
And they laugh at us because we go to Food for Less to get some steaks.
Right, and they kept asking me, hey, what do you think of the lower 48? They're like, we don't like it.
Damn.
They don't like the big cities. They don't like all that.
Of course.
They govern themselves pretty much, even though they're part of Alaska.
Time stops in those places. You know that.
Oh, yeah.
We've been there, like those kinds of places. Time stops a little bit. And I think that alone is a whole different lifestyle. What, do you think they surf?
Mm-mm.
No surfing?
Mm-mm.
No surf out there?
No, I don't think so. This is the boat. This is the boats that they use to hunt the whales. And they're walrus hide boats.
Oh, hell no. Let me see.
I'm just waiting
for
I'm waiting for the internet to catch up.
I know exactly what's about to... Yep, that's what I thought. No. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they're called skin boats. And they'll take the skin boats out there. And they'll oar out, right? They paddle out. And then they'll have a sail if they got to catch up with it. And then they'll drop the sail and paddle up to it.
Imagine you make a wrong turn when you're coming home.
Let me tell you something. That takes giant fucking stones.
Yeah, because you're living the way humans were living. Not this, like, I ordered it from Uber, they dropped it off with the drone. I saw that video the other day. That guy's like, look at this white neighborhood shit. They're dropping food off with a fucking drone. And then
was that the one where they ordered chicken?
Yeah. And then he goes, oh, we ordered too many chicken wings. They're delivering half with the drone and half with the car. I'm like, are you stupid? Who's fucking managing this chicken place?
Dude.
You're fucking done.
Yeah, you're fired.
No more chicken for you. You sent 2 delivery boys for an order of chicken.
Yeah. That's the worst.
What'd you do? Drop half the order off the drone on its way out, so you sent the first half and just remade the second half?
No, they both arrived at the same time.
Oh, idiots. Okay, I'm not. I think we're that angry. I think we might just be that angry age where we think everything is silly.
It's possible.
I like to think not.
That's
Although
possible.
we are a comedy podcast. Although nothing's been humorous about these last few episodes.
No. So I'm going to change gears.
Oh, God.
I'm going to change gears.
All right, go there. Where are we going?
What do you think of the name Ralph?
Ralph?
Yeah.
I think of Wreck-It Ralph.
Okay.
And then the grocery store Ralphs. And that's it.
Like, how many adults do you know named Ralph?
None. That's my point.
It's like a name that's kind of gone out of style, you know?
Right.
Ralphie? My grandmother had a dog named Ralph.
Okay. Could see that.
The Muppet Show had a dog named Rolf, R-O-L-P-H.
Right.
Remember him?
The little brown dog, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was a cutie. Mm-hmm. I like that dog.
So I was thinking about it over this past weekend. I was like, fucking Ralph, man. You don't ever hear that name anymore. Like, what's the history of that? It turns out Ralph...
You looked up the history of the name Ralph?
I did.
Oh, God, fuck. This is why we can't have nice things, too. Okay, let's go.
So Ralph is a name that is actually from the Old Norse.
Rolf?
And then it became an English name, and then Old English, and then they changed it, and it changed until it got here eventually, and it became Ralph, right?
No shit.
The original translation was Radulfur, which means council wolf. That's what it started from.
Like What? Like like consigliere type
Yeah,
thing?
yeah, like
Okay,
consigliere,
okay.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And then the Old English was Raed Wolf,
Yeah.
Raedwlf,
I can see that.
or Rad Ulfer, Radulfer.
Right.
But it comes from Radulfer was the Norse, which is like the council. Like this guy, he's a consigliere, like somebody you can go out. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He gets the bowl first when we're blitzkrieging our urine through each other's mouths. He's the first one that pees in that bowl.
He's the first one that pisses in the bowl.
Yeah.
Everybody drinks his piss.
Fuck.
Everybody forgot about that one.
Dude, is there anybody trying that right now? Let us know if you're ever drinking mushroom urine.
Yeah. You get your buddy to take some wild mushrooms
yeah.
and some other hallucinogenics, and then they piss in the bowl, and then you consume it.
Yeah, you don't
They
have
get
to
higher.
You don't have to go to a Viking raid. You don't have to kill nobody with an axe. Just let us know.
Just let us know if you've done this before.
Right.
Because you're probably a better man than I am. I'm not drinking 12 guys' piss out of a bowl
Yeah.
to
I just
commune
feel like,
with my gods.
I just feel like LSD psycho sightings is not the flavor I'd want either. So it's just a thought.
Just saying. Something simple like that.
Fuck, we have problems.
Do we have total problems? And what was the other thing I had for you today? There's a Phil Collins band. It's a cover band called Full Wilson.
What? Is that a joke?
I'm dead serious.
Full
Wilson.
Wilson. Why'd they name it that?
I don't know.
Is that a song by Phil Collins?
No, I don't think so. It's called
You a big Phil Collins fan?
Dude, Phil Collins, you had to remember when he came out, right?
Was he new grade?
Well, where did he? You got to remember where he started and how he ended up solo.
Don't look at me, brother. I know nothing about Phil Collins. I know he started with Genesis and stuff.
No, before Genesis.
There's another one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I don't know. The Mega Beast talked about this, but usually when she talks, it's kind of like wah 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 wah.
Oh.
You know how it is.
No, I don't. No, I don't know how it is.
I thought we were being honest, Joe Skelly. This isn't a safe space.
It is. All right, you want to go dark again? Fine, let's go dark again.
No, we're going to
go
Phil Collins. Don't bring Phil Collins into this.
This has nothing to do with Phil Collins.
Oh, we're going left.
Way left.
Mm-hmm.
How long was it before you realized that all Winnie Pooh characters represent mental disorders?
Dude, you're not about to go there.
Think about it.
Are you fucking serious?
Think about it. It'll fuck you up. All Winnie the Pooh characters represent different mental disorders.
I thought we were going to talk about something light, like Moriarty's freaky story about blasting his dad.
All right, well then no.
No. Tell me. No. We're on this now.
No, I want you to
Piglet's
think
disorder.
Think about it.
Okay, first of all, I've been very open about this. I don't know shit about mental health, so
all right.
Wait.
All right,
hold
look
on.
at Eeyore.
Depression.
Okay.
All right, without a doubt.
The kid. That's always with him.
The kid. I mean, he's delusional, so schizophrenia. What? I don't know.
Yeah, it's like narcissistic and delusional.
Why would he be narcissistic?
Schizophrenic. Well, not narcissistic. It's like schizophrenia.
Oh, okay, right.
But dude, if you sit down and you start looking at when you could probably even Google this. Somebody's probably written a paper on this.
How about Winnie the Pooh? What's his?
Eating disorders.
Oh yeah. Because he's always eating.
Yeah,
Okay.
compulsive.
Tigger,
disorders.
what's Tigger got? The ADD?
Yeah, ADD.
Right.
Dude,
who else is there?
Dude, there's Eeyore.
What's Piglet got? Low self-confidence?
Or maybe, yeah, it's something, I forget what it is, but literally every one of these characters represents a different disorder.
Would you be a character without it, though?
I don't know, but I mean, they're oddly specific.
Okay, here's all I'm saying, though. We've discussed a lot of this stuff off mic for other regions and fields and whatever, right?
Right.
So you have to have some sort of characters. We've recently discussed, even you've told me stories about certain gentlemen that you've met that were very solemn-faced, so to speak.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
Just straight. I mean, that's what you'd be without some sort of weird, fucked up imperfection. You'd be that dude just sitting there quietly staring at people. Right?
Yeah, I guess you would be that guy, yeah.
But this fucking shit about, the tiger with the ADD and...
Dude, when you do a deep dive, I mean, you could probably, like I said, you could probably Google it. and it will list every one of the disorders. And when you start thinking about it and remembering how they acted in that show, it's 100% accurate, and it's freaky.
Look at, I'm noticing that in media a lot, where they make the story about one thing, but then you kind of miss. Oh, dude,
think about all the hidden meanings in Disney movies and all the little innuendos that they put everywhere. Yeah. Or you watch cartoons that are supposed to be for kids, but it's really adult.
Right.
And you're like,
well, you used to wonder, I mean, parents used to say, well, that was written in for the parents because the parents are supposed to be watching it with the kid. Which I understand. That's a little bit. I mean, the movie's still written by an adult, you know?
Right.
But yeah, you do got to wonder. You definitely have to wonder.
A lot of this stuff gets snuck by, but that was back in the day when they just didn't give a fuck and they just did whatever.
There is that too.
In the guise if it's for kids and nobody paid attention to it because there wasn't nudity or swearing.
Right.
Right. You know, it's like how about this one? Did you know this in the old 40s and 50s movies? Every time a woman would smoke a cigarette or a guy would smoke a cigarette next to her, it was a sign for sex.
Yeah, right.
Like there's all those hidden innuendos.
Right. There's all these old things that they talk about and right. I've heard those too for them, and especially, and then you add in marketing.
Oh yeah.
You know, because marketing.
Because look here's the problem. We look at our old folks and we don't think they were ever sexual in their life, right?
Right. That's what people want to say.
But I ran into an old veteran, right? This guy had 2 tattoos on his forearms. One forearm, it was a Navy tattoo. And the other forearm, it was an Air Force tattoo. And I'm talking to him. I'm like, hey, nice tattoos. This guy's like 93 years old. He's like, thanks. I was like, I see you got 2 service tattoos. What? Couldn't figure out which one you were in? I was just fucking around with him, right? He goes, no, I was in the Navy. I'm like, oh, super sweet. What'd you do for the Navy? He was like, I was a boiler tech operator in the Navy in the South Pacific. I was like, sweet. I said, what about the Air Force? I was a boiler tech operator for the Air Force out in, oh my God, my brain just short circuited. Where are all the Mormons from?
Right.
Utah.
Yeah.
He was stationed out in Utah. And I started laughing, right? I'm like, hey man, what'd you think of all those Mormons? And he looked at me and sure as shit, this old guy goes, they fuck like everybody else.
Oh my.
I was like, my man's speaking like with authority, like he has some experience in this.
Right.
And I'm like, you're 93 years old. I don't think you're supposed to be saying that to me.
Right.
But we forget. They were young players back then too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't ever forget. You're all animals.
Yeah.
I'm just a guy on the woods staring through the glass.
You got that trinket from World War II about don't get the girl pregnant.
Oh yeah.
It was given out to all the troops. Right?
That's scary.
Yeah.
That's scary. We all know a little too much about those horror stories.
I'm gonna sidebar you again. I've been thinking about writing a new movie.
Okay. Cocaine Bear.
No,
You're
not
gonna
Cocaine
give a bear cocaine and set him loose.
It's already taken.
Damn it.
It's already taken.
Who could take such an idea?
This whole movie started with Prince's song, When Doves Cry.
Okay.
I heard it.
I think they use that in Hellraiser, but let's continue.
All right. Fuck! So I'm listening to this song, and I'm thinking back to my 80s heritage.
Yeah.
In music, TV shows, and what I imagine. It's raining. It's nighttime.
Uh-oh.
This is how the movie opens. There's a guy in a long leather black trench coat walking through the rain, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he walks up a staircase like a fire escape on the outside of a building. He gets to a platform. He lays down, opens up his bag. He gets out a sniper rifle, sets it up, pulls out a cassette Walkman, puts on the headphones with the orange foam. You know what I'm talking about? Puts those on, slides in the tape.
Right.
Prince's, right? And he starts playing it. It's like When the Doves Cry. And then the car pulls up, and he's listening to the music, and he's looking through the scope. And it's like, this is what it sounds like when the doves cry. When he takes the shot, kills the guy. Song's still playing. It gets louder.
Yep.
Everybody's panicking because the guy's down outside of his car in the rain, in the dark. Like some Yakuza guy, maybe.
All right.
He's packing up his rifle, puts it back in the bag, and he's walking off down the street in the rain underneath the street lights as the song fades out.
Is this the movie or the trailer? Or was that the whole entire movie?
No, that's how the movie starts.
Oh, nice.
I have nothing else.
Just the opening scene?
Just the opening scene.
Oh, good job, Tarantino. keep writing it. We'll make the movie, but we need more than one scene.
It's not even a whole scene, right? It's like It's only like
you're like, I haven't even come up why the cowboy's here, what the rifle's doing. But
7 seconds.
This is how it starts.
This is 7 seconds.
Listen, can we just start listen, I really want to do this. Can we just start making trailers for movies that don't exist?
Oh, that would be amazing.
That's our hit. That's our industry.
I love it.
You guys can't have that.
Sorry, we already got it.
We're going to make this cool thing.
We're going to trademark Spanish.
Yeah. We're going to make this cool trailer about us in the woods, and it's dinosaurs got onto the United States. And we're just going to run around, and you won't see no fucking dinosaurs, but it's us running from dinosaurs. That'll be the whole fucking movie.
I got it. There's an issue.
And Joe Skelly has to throw a ring into a volcano to get rid of the dinosaurs.
There's already an issue.
Shit, what happened?
You don't go into the woods.
Yeah. Well, it's fake woods, so we could just buy some plants. It'll be like Between Two Ferns and Me, or whatever the fuck that show is.
Oh, what, Galifianakis?
We'll just put ferns around, and then we'll invite Obama and tell him what a shit president he was or something.
Oh God, boy.
Galifianakis did it.
Wow,
bro, he went right into it with there. He told Brad Pitt that he's a shitty actor and women only love him because of his abs. And I was like, that's awesome.
Actually, I kind of like Brad Pitt.
Oh, I love Brad Pitt, but that's still awesome.
Do you remember him in the movie True Romance?
No. Which one was that one?
True Romance. That's where the guy finds the cocaine and he tries to go to California to sell it. Gary Oldman plays the White Rasta.
Yeah. I think you're the one that told me about that. Yeah.
Brad Pitt.
That's funny.
Plays a stoner in an apartment, and all he does is smoke pot out of one of those old honey bears.
Oh, the little plastic containers that we eat honey out of, that we used to eat honey out of? Oh, no.
And people keep coming in the apartment looking for somebody. He's like,
oh, no.
He's high as fuck, and he's like, I think he went down the street to get some cleaning supplies.
Damn.
So the whole movie, he's fucked up. We should YouTube that scene later. It's great.
Yeah. That's funny. I like old Brad Pitt. He's a funny guy.
Until he married Angelina.
Well.
And then that wasn't so funny.
Like we said earlier.
And by the way, you know what?
We know where the devil's door is.
Hold on, let's take this back. What's this kid? The guy, the rapper who just became a pop star, and he's with that chick, and they talk about drinking each other's blood. MGK.
Again? We already did that.
No, I know. Look, listen, they think they're so
hip
nouveau riche.
Yeah.
No, Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie did that. No,
Billy Bob.
It was Billy Bob Thornton and Angelina Jolie did that first.
Billy Bob has my heart. As a man, he kind of has done a lot of good work.
I like French fried potatoes.
Right.
Or is it when he played Bad Santa?
I like them French fried taters. Bro, I don't give a fuck about Bad Santa. Homeboy came in with some dirty jeans and some shitty rolls and bagged Angelina Jolie. Like, that's... I'm just giving him credit. I don't give a fuck about him. Like, he's a good actor.
I thought you were talking about his acting abilities.
I don't give a fuck about that. I'm just saying my guy came out of left field looking like, Tractor Supply and made it happen, Captain.
And made it happen.
Mad
Captain.
respect for that guy. The abs and the fucking nice ass did not get Angelina's attention.
So what was
the
game?
Clue.
What was the game that Billy Bob Thornton spit?
He's hung like a horse. That's all I got. I'm just gonna leave it at that. It seems to be Hollywood's gig.
It wasn't the fact that he didn't have pocket personality at that point in time.
Did he?
He was a nobody actor.
I thought
he didn't have no money at that point.
No, he had to be already in the game.
Yeah, but he didn't have Angelina Jolie money.
Well, yeah.
Maybe he's got a 9-foot ass ring.
Didn't they do Pushing Tin together? Jolie was in that with him and Cusack, I thought.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
That's an old movie about them being air traffic controlmen.
Oh.
Yeah. It's about...
Maybe that's what it was.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that's a 90s movie with them in it, though. I don't remember.
Dude, you keep pulling out some of the weirdest fucking movies.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not mad.
Yeah.
I am not mad about it. You said you wanted to tell me about something. I've been here talking all the whole damn show about.
Oh, you know what I was thinking about was Homeboy's crazy story again.
Oh, Moriarty.
Because mine was crime associated, but that story though just got me. That got the skin gripping. And we read that at the end of our last episode, and I was like, oh,
hung up.
Yeah, I would have read this at 15 minutes and would have spent the next half hour on this motherfucker.
And didn't even know how to respond to that.
I still don't.
There is no
I got
response.
questions. Weird questions, odd questions. Like, what's the trial look like for that? That's what I'm thinking about now is the
Maybe there was
legalities.
none.
Maybe it was in one of those places where it was a more personal issue.
Or like
Apparently.
that guy on the side of the mountain told us.
Right.
Around here, that's a personal problem.
Right.
No,
So-
don't mind. You rob a bank, your ass is going to jail.
So this is what I was thinking about. I've been watching that horrible Criminal Minds show.
Oh,
I know.
you've watched
dude, I know.
every season of that fucking show.
No, this is what happened. The show came out when I hooked up with the Mega Beast and we watched a little bit of it. And once it kind of like gets in your brain, I'm kind of like, what happened with the story? So I watched a few seasons of it. Then the adult brain was like, man, this show's fucking horrible. Like it's very cookie cutter. So now I watch it on fast forward. Sometimes I watch it on fast forward and mute.
You know what?
And I just read the fucking words that are happening on the screen. I'm not even joking.
Okay, see this.
So that's how
You remember in the original Ghostbusters
yeah.
when the neighbor across the hall was like, "I just got done watching the 20-minute workout on fast
Oh
forward
yeah.
in
He's
10
like, I
minutes."
did it in 10 minutes, so it takes me half the time. Yeah. That's exactly.
That's what it reminds me
That's
of.
what I'm doing. Like I watch this shit on fast forward. I skip certain parts of the show because the script is just the same every time. Every time they do a debrief on a criminal, they're like, and judge based on the profile, we think he's going to keep committing crime. I'm like, really? It took you fucking college education to figure out the guy chopping up motherfuckers is going to keep chopping them up.
because he hasn't been caught yet.
Really?
Like they
You
always,
flew- you
they like
flew-
to throw out his cooling off period.
Oh my God. So you have seen the show. Oh, this is one that I caught yesterday, right? So the guy kills like one broad. Then the next day he kills two. He goes, he's escalating. He's going to be a murdering machine. I'm like, what? Well, a second ago, it was like if he killed 3 in 2 days and then he stopped, he was just on a cooling off and he's going to come back or whatever. But if he kills 3 people in
He's
2 days.
not that bad. He only killed 3 people.
Right. And I'm just like, I'm broken. But this is the part that gets me the worst. Back in college, they'd called it the CSI effect. Right?
Okay.
You could send a blood sample off and get results back.
Oh,
and,
in like 30 seconds. Right.
But
But
now
we know that's not true based on that documentary we watched where they were doing all the drugs in the lab. Right? 3 months
Wait,
later,
but I really
wrap this case up. That was real drugs. Well, how do you know? We tested it.
Right.
Underneath our desk.
What I really want to know though is this one now. Is this question that they get to Penelope Garcia where he goes, "Hey Penelope," she goes, "Listen, we're going to have to limit this down. Check LA for all the residents that have moved into LA for the last 30 days. Also,
Where would you find those
bro,
stats?
that's what I'm fucking saying." Then she goes like this. He goes, the girl goes, just to make it look realistic, goes, "Well, I'm going to need way more than that."
Oh,
So she goes, "Yeah, cross-check that with all the brown-haired brunettes that have moved in, that have experienced trauma or lost a significant other in the last 2 years." Motherfucker,
where's that database?
which personal file are you looking at? I'm losing my motherfucking mind.
Is that the one with the computer chick?
Yes.
Oh,
and then she comes back. This is the best part. And she comes back and she goes, "I got one. With your search criteria of a male 30 years old in LA, I've narrowed it down from all the ones who moved out of podunk states like Idaho, and it dropped down to 5. And I'm like, really? Just 5 white boys have moved to LA in the last 2 months.
And they were all trying to get in the porn industry.
Right. They were all trying to get the porn industry. Then she goes, "And I've checked all their back histories, and oh no, poor Sam's history is horrible. It looks like his parents died when he was 15. Then he moved in with his aunt, and his uncle, who wasn't really his uncle, but it was his stepdad, beat him with a hammer and locked him in a box. But he kind of cleaned up his life when he started working at Burger King. And we could find him there. Well, send us the address to that Burger King. Already did. It's in your inbox."
Get the fuck out of here.
Bro.
Dude, why isn't that broad working for the CIA?
Bro. How about this part too? This is my real favorite. "Hey, we got Johnny Joe's number. We think he's been moving all the meth. Do me a favor. Check the last 10 calls that came on Johnny Joe's phone." You never heard of a fucking warrant, mate. Do me a favor.
They don't even need one.
Or how many times have they pinged somebody's phone? That's the one I love hearing. ping his phone real fast. But if you have all that fucking power,
why are these crimes still happening?
Right.
What was that?
Tom Cruise Minority Report.
Yeah, Minority Report.
It's about to happen.
Go get him.
You thought about it. Bro, could you imagine if you had every motherfucker locked up that thought about whacking somebody? There'd be nobody on the road.
Nobody.
We'd all be working chain gang in the mile-long city in fucking Saudi, digging 500-foot walls.
So, right. The line city, right.
Yeah, I just want to know where... bro, click. Up, looks like the last 3 calls came from Atlanta. Who's fucking... What, are you hacked Verizon now?
No, dude, they got all that power because they passed that government law that said they could do whatever they want.
Right. I keep watching the show and I'm like, who watches this show and takes it seriously? Every 3 people is a fucking rapist, a throat slasher, or a fucking computer hack who's mad he got fired from work.
Well, I guess those are pressing issues.
I'm waiting until the girl goes, well, she killed her whole family, but don't worry about that. Let's get her on the fucking racketeering. Like, I'm just waiting until that happens. Then you'll know that they're using the boob tube to trick you.
Oh, for sure.
Murder's fine, but we got to get them on this racketeering. And you're like, what?
They only killed 3 people.
What?
But let's get them on loitering.
Right. This will secure the charge. Pretty sure he was walking backwards with a donut in his pocket too. We could get him for that.
Was it on a highway with a horse?
Right. On a Sunday before noon.
Wearing a bikini.
Yep.
Now, here's a question. We've all heard about 8 Mile. And how
the
dangerous
movie or that one, right.
The street, how dangerous 8 Mile is.
Yeah.
I drove past, at one point in time, 5 Mile.
Does it get more dangerous as it goes lower?
That's what I'm wondering. Is the danger more concentrated on 5 Mile than it is on 8 Mile Road?
You know what I say about that.
There's only one person to ask.
No. Marshall?
Marshall. That's the only
Call
person
Mathers.
to ask.
Call the M&M. 7 Mile's fucked up over there too. 8 Miles connect, like, parallel to 7 Miles, just as bad, I guess. They got a whole documentary on it. Have you seen it?
No, I'm just saying 5 Miles got to be even worse than that.
Listen, they got a whole documentary about 7 Mile being connected on the other. He's like, 8 Miles right on the other side, blah, blah, blah. He goes, and the dude's talking, and this is an updated, whatever. And he actually mentions this. He goes, yeah, we sell all our shit. He's like, we don't use any phones though. He goes, I don't understand criminals today posting shit all over Instagram. He's like, that's crazy that's a criminal mentality now. He's like, we don't even have anything.
Why would you?
Right. Dude's just walking around in board shorts and fucking Nikes doing what he wants on this road. And he's like, from here to there, it's most dangerous. I'm like, that's why I'm over here, guy.
Right.
I see you on the camera. And I also see
the fact that you allowed yourself to be filmed.
Oh, dude, it's all neck down.
Yeah.
Ski mask, neck down shit.
Yeah.
And that's why he's like,
I wouldn't even want them taking pictures of my hands.
Well,
especially if you have tattoos on them.
Not only that, bro, how are you giving a location away? Because they're in your pad. I'm thinking this has got to be staged. Like, I'm going to use my auntie's pad. But then it's your auntie. So now, again, you're fucked up again. So how you doing? You meeting up in the fucking abandoned warehouse to do this?
Because you're just putting yourself on blast.
Right. No matter what you do, you're on blast. Just it's better not to talk about it.
Why are you making it hot?
Just shut. Right.
Why are you making it hot?
Right. He's like, cause stupid Eminem fucked up 8 Mile. Now we got to get our cred back
on 7 Mile.
Right. And by the way, this is your PSA. Stay the fuck out of the miles.
Yeah. Any 7 Mile, 8 Mile, 5 Mile.
Martin Luther King Drive. Just stay the fuck off of it.
It doesn't matter. Yeah.
Don't matter what city you're in. That's usually not a good road.
That's not. No.
Right. Any road named Texas. Any road named Jessica. Okay, any road named after any bitch with the letter A at the end of her name, just stay off of it.
Stay off of it.
Stay out. You don't want to be on Rhonda's road.
Nope.
You don't want to be on Laura's road.
Nope.
Just stay away. Trying to get fucking 8 Mile.
Look.
And I don't mean grow up to be the best white rapper either. So we're very clear. By the way.
One last thing I want to touch on.
Yeah, I was going to hit on your Marshall comment.
Oh, go ahead.
50 Cent reveres Marshall as like the status of his grandma, right?
No.
50 Cent was raised by his grandma, basically.
Okay.
Because his mom was killed or whatever, and his daddy was gone. So I just watched this morning, his interview with him. He's like, I'll see Marshall as my grandma. You keep saying shit about Marshall. I'm gonna do some shit even he wouldn't do. I'm like, oh yeah, dude. Marshall's stacked with the 50. 50 will forever be his boy because Marshall put him on. But to hear him say like out loud, like I love him like I love my grandma. I'm like, all right, well, there you go.
There you go.
Good luck. Good luck, Grandma 50 and all you other homies on the 8 Mile.
So the question I got, we're dealing with some weird weather in this country.
Every day.
Right?
It's called, we actually cover this. You don't even need to say we cover this in an old episode called the HARP program.
Oh, yes.
You can learn, you can look back in our old episode and look. I'd give you guys reference numbers, but we have over 200 episodes. We can't even do that anymore.
Not anymore.
You got to go back and look.
You got to look for the HARP.
You got to do your canoodling.
Do your canoodling.
But continue with our bad weather.
And we know certain seasons are tornado seasons.
Uh-huh.
I've always, and I've been told this before, and I've been going over it.
Don't you dare tell me you saw a shark in a tornado, guy.
No, I haven't seen a Sharknado yet.
Sure.
I haven't seen a Sharknado yet.
I'm making sure we've seen the Cownado. Okay.
But somebody told me once that trailer parks cause tornadoes.
Oh God. Is this what kind of joke is this? Hold on, what?
I'm just telling you, trailer parks cause tornadoes.
Did this person really believe this when they told you?
Oh, I'm starting to believe it too. Because if you look at wherever...
You think they're attracted to them. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Or that they spawned. All right.
One or the other.
Okay, we're on the tornado thing. So we have a mutual friend, you and I.
Mm-hmm. Got a couple of them.
Yeah. Yeah, we do actually now. So we have one that's on my side, actually. Big, tall guy. You've shaken hands with him. He tells me a story of where he's from in the south of the great Missouri state, of how there's a house that got hit by a tornado. Fucking tornado didn't hit nothing else.
Just that one house.
Just this lot. Some homeboy came through and a year to the day later dropped a new house there, and a fucking tornado dropped on the exact same day and took the house up again.
Oh my God.
To this day right now, we've driven past that. That's still a plot of land. There's literally a house here, a house here, a house here, a fucking gas station and a mall here, and a plot of land. Nobody will build on it.
Because it keeps getting hit.
Right.
It's the same thing with these trailer parks. It will miss everything and land on top of a trailer park.
Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, bro,
really?
I'm telling you. So either they attract them or they spawn them. I'm not sure. Yeah, neighborhoods get taken out by tornadoes. We know that.
I've seen cute things come out of a trailer park. Never seen a tornado come out of a trailer park.
They sell trailers with anchors.
Get the fuck out of here.
No, I'm dead serious. That you anchor into the ground.
Like a real anchor? Does it look like a boat anchor?
No, it doesn't look like it's like cables with like 12-foot iron rods.
I was just making sure they're like
pound into the ground to anchor it into the earth.
Listen, motherfucker. First of all, if this motherfucker can lift my trailer, I'm not trying to stop the trailer. Okay, let's go over this. This is the equivalent of I'm going to keep this thumb-sized amount of burn oil next to me in case my house catches on fire.
Yes.
What the fuck is happening? Trailers are supposed to be mobile. Why don't they just drive the motherfucker away from the tornado?
Oh, no. These are like not the ones with wheels.
Oh, right. Okay. So you're talking about them legit ones.
Yeah.
Like not camper, I'm camping guys. You're talking about I'm living here.
I'm living here.
But still, what the fuck's an anchor going to do? I heard you're also supposed to open all your windows and all this other shit.
Right, so it doesn't create negative pressure and blow that bitch up.
And I'm like, does that really work, though?
So here's my thing. If you live in a trailer park and you got that little square that your trailer sits on, why wouldn't you dig like a root cellar, with the old storm doors on the top?
Yeah.
So that when it comes, you can go down there.
Because Hollywood taught them to crawl under the ground and then crawl away from the trailer to the underground things like you see in the movies. It happened in Tornado or Twister. Right. Remember all the trailers?
Where he tied his belt around a pipe?
Yes.
Why would that pipe just stay there? Why wouldn't that pipe just get ripped out of the ground?
So the thought behind that is the whole, like, your plumbing pipes in your bathroom are supposed to be super strong and stuck to the ground and not come up. Okay. What's supposed to be the thought behind it.
So let's say you don't get blown away.
That's why you're supposed to be in the bathroom, too.
Because you anchor yourself.
I don't think so.
You anchor yourself to the pipe.
Okay.
That's not going to stop you from being hit by debris.
By everything else?
At 400 miles an hour.
Or just the fact that I could rip your arm out with my bare hands, so it could probably rip you out with a tornado.
Right, I'm just saying.
That's all I'm saying.
A gorilla can rip your arms off.
Right. And a tornado can pick a car up. So which one's more powerful? Like,
Just saying.
We're just doing ratio of scale here.
Look,
We're not scientists.
That wind would rip you in half.
Right.
Through your belt.
And yeah, that's the movie. Yeah.
I mean, you saw a cow flying around for fuck's sake.
Right. There's another cow. No, I think that's the same one. That's what he said.
And a cow outweighs a human by a lot.
Right. So yeah, you're fucked.
You know, and the funny thing is, you go by a lot of these places, they get tires on the roof.
What?
They throw tires on their roofs.
Why?
To keep the roofs on.
No.
I'm dead serious. High winds to keep the roof on the house.
Okay. All right, whatever, dude. Whatever.
How's that going to stop a tornado from ripping the roof off?
I don't know.
First of all, you could damn near punch through a side of a trailer.
I don't even know, brother. I mean, here's my thing, though. The window thing opened to not create the negative pressure, so it should hypothetically work up with the airplanes too, right? I thought. I'm just saying, the back end of it, didn't they prove that doesn't work? So do these tornado, like, hey, I opened my windows, but this still took my house. Gee, I wonder. Gee, I fucking wonder. Like, how... The first time I ever did a tornado drill, I was in like 3rd grade. And their drill was run into the hallway, link arms, fucking put your head between your fucking legs and kiss your ass goodbye.
This wasn't out in California.
No. No. And
we all had earthquake drills.
Yes, which, by the way, are just as fucking stupid to me and personally, because the desks used to be dope. Nowadays, I'm not so sure those desks would fucking last. You remember those steel ones we had with the metal fold-up fucking things? I still had those in elementary. When you jumped under those, maybe some rocks are going to hit that and you're going to live. Some of the balsa wood shit you see now, I'm not 100% sure, but we're not over there. But yeah, tornado. Imagine seeing that as a kid.
I was in an earthquake once out there.
How'd you like it?
In San Francisco.
How'd you like it?
It woke me up in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Whole apartment building shaking. Mm-hmm. And I'm screaming at the top of my lungs, it's a fucking earthquake! Get under the table, get in the doorway.
And the broad was like, go back to sleep.
Dude, my
it's
cousin,
a fucking
my cousin
1.2.
came out of her bedroom. She was like, fuck is wrong with you? I'm like, it's a fucking earthquake! She's like, this is not... Yeah, it was like a 0.6.
This is an aftershock guy.
It was like a 0.6.
This was a tremor?
Yeah.
And not the movie?
Yeah, right. Her and her husband were laughing their asses off at me, and I'm standing holding up a doorway.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. No, dude. But the first time they were like sitting in a hallway with a bunch of kids linked arms, I'm like, we're gonna fucking die.
Oh, that's all together.
Right.
All together.
Right. And I'm looking down the hall to the left, and there's the 2 doors. I'm looking down the hall to the right. There's 2 doors, and I'm like, Doug, we're going to get sucked out of here like a vacuum tube. All of us together. Right. I can barely do a push-up at this age. What the fuck do you think linking arms is going to do?
You're not going to be able to hold on to each other.
The 100-pound girl in my 3rd grade class is not going to save me.
Collectively, they thought you were 7,000 pounds.
Right. Joe Exotic said so.
Right.
Were
you ever in an earthquake out in California?
Oh, yeah, lots of them. I was in the big one in the 90s.
They collapsed all those bridges out in L.A.?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I slept through most of that. They woke me up in the middle of the night, and I went outside, and I remember there being just hundreds of people in the roads because people were freaked out.
I'm pretty sure that's not what you're supposed to do. No wonder there was such a high casualty rate.
Yeah, no. Yeah, some people...
Like in the movies, everybody was falling into crevasses in the earth, disappearing.
Yeah, right. Some people, some people's strategy really is to just get out of the house. And that there's just people like that.
You're better off not being in a structure that might pancake on you.
Yep. So their first fucking flight, their first idea is like, oh, earthquake. And they bolt out the fucking front door, you know?
And they're out in the street and go, oh, fuck, I forgot my family.
Exactly. And yeah, that's how that big one in 95 or whatever, 92 or 98 or whatever.
Yeah.
I was outside in the street. I remember being shaken awake, fucking ordered to go outside and stand in the road, and that's it.
And then everybody went back inside.
Pretty much. Yeah. I've seen one where everything, like out of the movies where all your shit falls off. Like I've been in that one under the table. That was cool. Because most of them are little. Like 90% of them, like during school, you didn't even fucking notice, dude. You're hanging out with your buddies at school, earthquakes happen, they'll be like, we just had a 4-point whatever down in Orange County. And I'm like, where?
You guys are out there playing hacky sack.
Right. And nobody noticed. Yeah.
It's because you were hopping around on your both feet. It says you were hopping back and forth.
I'm really good today, man. I don't know what's going on. I got some wild energy.
Playing hacky sack.
I'm fucking horrible at hacky sack, by the way. I don't know how good you are at it, but
Yeah.
I got friends that can do the 40 and 50 volleys.
Oh yeah.
I'm like a 3-6 banger myself. On a good day, I might get 8.
Did you ever play Foursquare?
Yeah.
With the tennis ball?
With the ball. We played with a handball.
Yeah. But you hit the square and you hit it and you got to recover it and you could bobble it.
I never played that one before. But yeah.
Where you stop the ball and you're bobbling it and then you go to smack it in somebody else's square.
That's awesome.
Or baby drops where you bobble it real little and then just drop it into the square and they can only bounce one time. Yeah.
I don't remember that. I kind of remember that, but that had to be elementary school. That's an elementary school game, right?
Yeah. If you've ever played Foursquare,
and
you thought it was the dopest game ever, or you were a champ, you know what? I think we should have an adult Foursquare tournament.
Dude, and put like $1,000 prize money so every motherfucker in Cleveland just shows up.
If you ever played Foursquare, email the show at Bay's Basement.
See, then the problem is you're gonna have to get a fucking ref though. Because motherfucker would be like, bullshit.
Who are we gonna get to be the ref? Nigel?
Tommy Skelly, not Nigel. Nigel, I'm still haven't figured Nigel out yet. I'm like, I don't know if Nigel would take that back end slide bet, like I'm gonna need number 4, square 3 to go down in the 5th. Nigel's like, I got you. Hits him with the needle, down.
Tommy Skelly.
Tommy Skelly?
No, you need somebody else.
He's not reffing. I see him in the ref stripes.
You know what, Mr. Yingling?
Mr. Yingling? No, Mr. Yingling would be off at the fucking audience getting big titty girls. We don't got time for that. What happened to the fucking ref? He's over there flirting with the audience again. Yeah.
That's a possibility.
It's no good.
So we're in search of a
Kenobi.
Kenobi's
even.
Yeah.
His name is even.
Yep.
He's a quiet, well-mannered guy.
He's on the good side of the force.
He's gonna
allegedly.
He's gonna write us in and tell us whether or not Joe Skelly should bike down the road and Tyler I don't know's flatland bike.
I'm not afraid of that challenge.
I mean, that's the point, though. What's that fucking?
Dude, it's another trick where you stick your foot in the force and the tire, do the scorpion spin or whatever it's called.
It's another Kobayashi Maru, bro. It's meant to fuck you, right? You're like spinning the fucking wheels and it's just turning, not going anywhere.
And then you're like, fuck, I got to keep spinning because I can't get my foot unstuck from the forks.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Well, you know what? Maybe we got to get Pony Boy.
To be the ref? Yeah, he'd be fair. He'd be good.
If he was, but you got to keep him from double fisting the tall boys.
Oh.
Maybe then, and then we could listen to Pony Boy tell a story about how he used to watch a Randy Macho Man Savage train.
Oh my God.
Next time you see Pony Boy, ask him about that.
Right.
Those are good stories.
What was it like to hang out all day and watch men in tights while they got buff?
No. He'd see him like at the local school running around a track.
No, I know.
Sometimes he'd see him at the grocery store.
That's what he told you.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, listen. All that matters is that you're happy, that you're prosperous. Some other Tai Chi fucking Buddhist bullshit. Be happy. Whatever, man. Welcome to the podcast. 90 seconds of things you don't need, that you don't want. Here we are with Joe Skelly making it happen. Joe Skelly, tell him.
Stay tuned. Yeah, I'll tell him. Hey, you know what? By the way, go on your platform that you listen to us on. Give us a 5-star rating. Write us a review. Help us beat the algorithms so that we can beat those fuckers that finally beat Joe Rogan, who talk about Star Wars all day and how Jar Jar Binks is a Sith Lord.
Fuck.
Yeah. We need to beat those guys. Listen to us on your Echo Dot. Listen to us on fridge. Your Alexa.
Your smart car.
Your
Tesla.
Your smart fridge. I bet you Tesla just came out with a new download for you could change the sound of your horn.
Oh, that's got to be our intro right there.
I'm telling you, you can make your horn be anything. It could be a song. It could be anything, right?
Right.
Make it be our podcast.
Right.
Make your horn our podcast.
Just us yelling. 90 seconds. Get the fuck out of the way. There you go.